Man, if there's one thing that is frustrating, it's filmmaking or film work or whatever it's called when you make videos. So on my phone, usually it's super easy to do these, but on the computer, I don't know what I'm doing. So when we edit a Just Joshing with Dakota video, if you watch us over there, well, you can see that things are changing week by week, and that's because we're trying to figure out this freaking program. And so we just uploaded. What did I do now? Huh? See, like I accidentally just pressed the button here. I don't know. I don't know what close is gonna do, but I'm going to press it. Okay, good. Okay. So what I was saying is we just uploaded a video last night, and I thought it was going to be fine, but the maximum thing, whatever you call it, resolution is 480p, and that sucks. So I'm going back in here, and I realized there's this little window right there, right? And I didn't know that you could do this. Bam. So render at maximum depth. I don't know what that means, but I clicked that this time, and also, I realized you can switch the freaking ratio right here, and I didn't know about that. And then down here, use maximum render quality. So I'll probably just re-upload this as an unlisted video and link it in the video that we did upload because it's the same thing. Also, I'm pretty sure in the shot, the wide shot or whatever you would call it, I think there's a smudge on the camera lens which is making it a little blurry. So that's a bummer. Can't really fix that in post. I think I got it. It's only going to take 5 hours as opposed to yesterday it only took 2 hours to export. 5 hours. That's crazy. Not all bad news though, because today I received from the UPS man or FedEx or whoever it was this Chinese smiley face. What is in the Chinese smiley face? You might be asking, unless you can read that. Or I don't know if that says what's actually in the box. It might just be a generic box. I don't know. All right. Got one of these. Yeah, so that might give it away. I don't know. Put in the comments what you think this is based off of this. Do that with one hand. Okay, so it's like they were like, hey, let's put this in there so they can't get it out. If it has instructions, maybe I'll read the instructions for once. Okay, comes with this. It has this. It looks like some sort of checklist maybe. That says user manual, but warning. During the process of pyrography, the tip of the pen touches the gourd. But it doesn't tell you how to get this out of here. Or use this part. Okay, well it comes with two, so we're good. I just grabbed the cardboard box to see if there was a picture of it on it, forgetting that there wasn't one, so I could see what it looks like in the picture. Ah, here we go. This is what it's supposed to look like. Comes with a wrench. Can anyone read that? Do you know what that says? I imagine it's for cleaning some of the carbon off of the tips, I want to say, maybe? And then it comes with some extra tips, which is nice. Okay, so I guess how you get it out of there is you pull it off with your teeth. I wonder if they put it in there. You know how like they build like those ships in a bottle? You have to like, I'm not sure how they got that in there. Screw them on. Oh, that's so you don't accidentally pull it out. I get it. From these. Okay, I think I've spotted maybe a flaw. How is this supposed to hold this? This is going to be red hot. This is made out of plastic. Maybe it's supposed to be held like that. I'll probably have to make my own or something. So I got one that has two wands, and I did that so it would be easier to switch between tips without burning yourself. And they give you the same one on both wands from the factory. So we're gonna have to take one out. We don't need two of the same. I got this one here, which would be like a shading tip or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I've never had a pen this good, and I've only done a few typography pieces before. I just wanted to do it again because I'm getting bored not being able to create any art because my shop is down. So I'm trying to think of other indoor projects I can do. And I wanted a better pen than what I already have, which is one of those cheap ones that you can get at your local art store. What the hell? There we go. Now I just need to find a piece of wood to experiment on. Got this piece of cedar, piece of oak. This is a nice small piece. More oak. What is this? This is a piece of oak as well. Oh, this is probably plywood. Oh no, it's not. This is fir. Nice piece of fir. This is a door, but that would be like a framed piece if I burned in there. Maybe I'll think about that for a little bit. And then just some SPF. Nice. What is this? I don't know what this is. And a piece of walnut. This is the wood that I decided to use. It's freezing cold because it's been outside all winter so far, and so I gotta have that warm up before I can use these suckers on it. In the meantime, I gotta keep on working, I guess. I'm back at this place again, finishing up, probably on the second to last skim. Just finished sanding. Very dusty. And now I'm going to do the more clean job that is still dirty, and that's skimming these ceilings. And unfortunately I have to come back tomorrow, just this process. But if I'm quick, I should be able to knock it out in no time flat. Just bang, 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 done. Just like that. And now I have to grab my jacket. And now that I'm finished here, I can head over to one of my favorite places, the art store. This art store, in fact, because, man, that's dusty. I need to get a new canvas because one of my friends asked me if I could paint a picture for her kiddo. She wants it small like this, and I don't normally paint on small canvases like this, but for them, I will. Two security dudes were running after someone down the way, and I couldn't see what they were doing, but they ran down this strip, across this parking lot, and then they went up those stairs. Do you think they're still there? Should I go up there? I wonder. I'm curious. I'm too curious. Okay. You can see where they ran to, but like no one uses this parking lot up here, I guess. It's very dead. Huh. Well, looks like I can't put any clickbaity title on this video. Not that I would. Anytime there's a clickbait title in any of my videos, it will be real. Ugh, don't you hate when I... Okay, never mind. I guess I could put a clickbait title in this video. I wouldn't do that though. This is where I did push-ups the other night. Actually, you know what? I was on pump 3 and this is pump 5, but I could do push-ups here if I wanted to. There, I'm almost done for the day too. Okay, time to head home and maybe I will be able to do some art or something. Okay, so we're back to where we started basically. I just got off the horn with our good friend Ryan, who, if you watch his channel, you can see his videos that have a lot of editing in them, and he uses this program to edit all the work that I just did, or not work, but the time that I was spending while I was gone to get it to export. It didn't export, so that 5 hours, waste of time. Sorry, it did export, but it did it in the same low quality. So I got off the phone with Ryan just now, and he gave me some pointers. So we are going to try those and now export it again. Okay, let's see here. It's probably still gonna take a long time, but hopefully it'll be in a higher quality, because you can see here, it's higher quality, right? So before it was only at 480, and I didn't know about this screen because I don't know how to do this. I'm learning. Okay, only 2 hours and 6 minutes. That's not so bad. And just as I say that, it goes to 3 hours and 24 minutes. So it likely will be 5 hours. Remember earlier today, it was probably only a few minutes for you, but it's been all day for me because as I'm walking up the stairs here, it's night time. Where am I going? Going over here. It's night. But I wanted to try out this. This is room temperature now. So I am going to take this machine and see if it was worth the money. It was made in China, so let's be honest, it wasn't that much money. It was like 150 bucks Canadian, so let's give it a shot. not bad for this machine, I think. I just tested it out. And Hank is barking his head off right now. I think someone might be here. So we're at 3 hours and 32 minutes for our video exporting. I just want to see what he's barking at, just in case there's a fox or something. I see. Ryan is here doing my driveway because we had a good dump of snow. Nicest guy on the planet. Always helping out. And I never ask him to. He just always does. Hank is still... He's like, who is this guy?
Hey, buddy. All good now.
And now he's like, oh, it's Ryan. I see. He's probably going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going back inside. Just leaves. How's it going, dude?
Good. How are you?
Good. Just decided to come do some snow.
Well, I did half of mine yesterday. I did my dad's yesterday, and I did my neighbor's. And then I knew you needed it done. So.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I figured out that's working way better. That I still have 3 hours, but just based on the way that it looked in the export thing and the menu thing, it's way better.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So thank you. Oh man, Ryan, nicest guy I've ever met. All right, where were we? I was showing you this. I like it. It's pretty cool. I'll probably do more of these. I like how this machine works. I tried to get one of these at my art store, the art store I was just at, but I couldn't find one. So we're at just under 2 hours here. It didn't take 2 hours to do the driveway. I was upstairs talking to Ashley, and I found out two things today. One, Ashley got bit by a dog while she was out running, and two, what I'm going to look out here right now, we apparently have a potential serial killer in our city. Huh. Earlier I was talking about clickbait titles. This could be that if I was into doing clickbait titles. Serial killer in my city. I'll probably get mad clicks, but then my whole video wouldn't be about it. Actually, none of it would be about it. I just learned about this just now. This is right now up to like amateur internet sleuthing, because it's a grandfather and his children or grandchildren figured it out somehow, and now they're trying to do something about it. Okay, so I just did some reading here, and this is nuts. Okay, so this guy apparently, it's alleged, but he apparently killed a bunch of people in the US. He's living here, and these children of this guy happen to hear a recording that sounds just like their dad, that's linked to the disappearance of this young girl. Okay, and there's multiple people who think it's them. So right now it's just, what do you call that, speculation? I'm not sure. But dang, that's crazy. But check out this piece of art though, right? Like, how the heck do you come... Wow. There's murders every once in a while around here, and it's usually just kind of news for a day, but this is nuts. This hasn't been on the news. This is just social media. It was just put up 6 hours ago, so maybe it'll be news soon. I don't think I can end the video on that note. Okay, so apparently this girl went missing in 2010, so that's 10 years ago, and the recording was, for some reason, it was circulated around. Maybe that's because of the Netflix craze on To Catch a Murderer and all those shows, and then a lot of podcasts about true crime and stuff. Maybe somehow they saw it on one of those. There's, in the comments, there's some people speculating about it. Dang. Okay, this is so interesting to me. Okay, so after some more reading and this one particular thing here, this one person remembers this happening in 2010, and they asked the public for help identifying the voice. So it was a phone call that was somehow recorded because the girl snuck the call to someone, and that person recorded the phone call, and you can hear the girl and the man the suspected killer in the video, who this person thinks is his dad after him hearing that phone recording. Guys, he's in rural Edmonton area. I'm in rural Edmonton area. I'm not worried or anything. It's just kind of nuts how close you can be to some maniac like this. Okay, so recently there's been a campaign, let's say, focusing on murdered and missing Indigenous women. Apparently this guy is suspected of killing numerous Native women, and maybe if they catch him, now that there's a positive lead in this, well, multiple cases, or however it works, I don't know, I'm not a detective or whatever, but hopefully there'll be some closure in some of these if this guy is caught. Imagine I was the one who caught him. That would be intense. Man, you can just keep going and reading and reading and reading. There's a lot, and there's a lot of people chiming in thinking that they might know. There's this one guy who remembers selling him an oil filter. How do you remember that from years ago? He's like, oh yeah, I know that guy. I sold him an oil filter, and it's long gone here, but he even said what type of oil filter it was for which vehicle. The sad part about this is that the rest of the family is protecting this guy, which is, I don't know how you do that. I guess, like, family sticks together, but do you really want to consider a murderer part of your family? Like, hey, are we inviting Uncle, whatever this guy's name is, to Thanksgiving? Yeah, that would be nice. He can tell us so many funny stories. All right, so it's like it's this American family. The guy's here in Canada, here in my city, or like the city that's really close to me, and they took all this information and gave it to our federal police, the RCMP, and they are working together to somehow do this. These things lead back to 2006, they believe. How they started suspecting him is they had a sister that they didn't know about until their dad just said, hey, you have a sister. And so in trying to find their sister for 13 years or something like that, they've uncovered other weird things about their dad. They've learned things about their dad that kind of is not adding up, or it's odd, and then putting two and two together has made them realize these horrifying things. And then they came across the phone call, which I think is the nail in the coffin or something like that. Yeah. Imagine finding that out about one of your family. Imagine finding that out about your dad. I could read on forever and ever, but I realized that I didn't sign this, so I'm just gonna sign this now. Alright, and just because I mentioned it, Ashley got bit by a dog today. It wasn't serious. It got her boot, and since it was kind of skittish, it kind of let go, right? Like it didn't get her, but it punctured her boot. There's holes in her boot, and it got her ankle a little bit. Really hard to see, but there's a little puncture there and one right there. So not so bad, but still, like, it's no fun to get bit by dogs. But now we can be part of the same club. We've both been bitten by dogs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna run that way anymore.
Bam, looks HD to me. So if you haven't already, go check out the Just Joshing with Jakota channel. Jakota and I are really having a lot of fun with that spot over there. Peace.